Hello everyone, Tater Swag here, and today is another episode of Tater Talks, in your face, right now, about to happen. So, last episode was a very exciting episode. We had a bunch of stuff going on, and everything feels a little loud. Let's turn that down a bit. So, we had a bunch of things happening last episode, and, with the finding of the whatchamacallit, the end portal. That was super exciting. So now we have the end portal to go to once we decide to fight the Ender Dragon, and that was a really backwards way of saying everything. But that's pretty much all we've done in regards to progress in Minecraft. I haven't built anything. It's been more planning than anything. So I kind of have a basic idea of the castle that we've talked about for like I don't know how many episodes. Have a basic idea of how I'm gonna build that, and I'm gonna start after this episode. I'm gonna start like laying down the groundwork for that. So that should be super fun. I was messing around with maps. The maps. I don't know if I did this on camera or not, but I kind of want the map to encompass more of that forest because that is what we're going to be working on. I want to clear some of that out for a little project that we have, that I have, and want to start doing. So that's something cool. So I'm gonna get paper, and I tried the map, and I put like a bunch of paper around it because I think that's how it works. But I think I got it wrong, and it's supposed to make it bigger, but doesn't seem bigger. But whatever. I'll just get the reads for now, and hopefully I figure out what I'm derping on later. Um, Also, today's gonna be a different episode. Usually, I've been picking a topic and been talking about that topic, and the topic has been there to kind of lift the spirits and the moods of everyone watching. Um, but today is gonna be different. But before we get into that, I don't think I talked about this. You see this beautiful skin that I have? Oh, it is wonderful. This is just the 1.7 skin that I have, but it is currently updated for 1.8. Once 1.8 comes back, we should be able to get the top layers on. So my normal suit and tie would be on. But in 1.7, since none of those layers are added, I have rolled up sleeves. I have like a V-neck thing going on, which is like an unbuttoned dress shirt, and the pants. And I think it looks awesome. It's like we're gonna get to work, and it's amazing, and I love it. Huge shout out to Huryu who made it for me. He is a doll for doing that. Um, all right, but let's just get into the episode's topic. So first off, let's put this on because I don't know how these mobs are gonna start interacting with me. And I'm sorry if it's a bit of a grindy episode, but you know how it is. You guys, I'm sure you guys aren't here to watch me play, but listen to me talk, which sounds a bit conceited. But whatever. We're done with that. Oh, and a little bit of lag spikes there. But so I was watching Rick Clark, which I will put his the link in the description of the video that I was watching. That kind of got me thinking about today's topic, and it's gonna be more of a story time with Tater, which I think fits the bill with the Tater Talk series. Um, Basically, I was watching Rick Clark, and he was saying how he is a writer, and he's been trying to get published for years, and that got me thinking of me and my writing. I play music and I write songs for fun, not professionally or anything. But that is something that I like to do when I'm not playing. When I'm not playing Minecraft or video games or wasting my time procrastinating on something, I write some music, and I like playing my guitar, and I like singing, and that's something that I really enjoy. And uh, I'm gonna say this was in high school. I thought, hey, if I like writing a lot. It's something that I really do enjoy, and sometimes I do tell stories in the songs that I'm writing. So why don't I try my hand at writing a book like Rick Clark is trying to do? Except he's been trying to get published, so completely different uh, front, completely different. I don't know. It's just different. So I remember in high school, I said, "Hey, I'm gonna try and write a book once," and I sat down, and I have a pretty wild imagination, so I was able to come up with a decent concept. Uh, a concept for the book that I was writing, and I was like, "Okay, this is gonna work." And if I remember correctly, it was gonna be like just a dude in school, and his life going through high school and stuff, not really based on me or anything, but it was just his life in high school. And then it was gonna be like, I don't know. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago when I had decided this, but basically it was gonna be another like high school book with certain little twists here and there. And I start writing this book, and I'm in the chapter one. I'm introducing my characters, like, oh, hi, uh, you know, not really hi. It's not a conversation. uh, but I was just introducing the characters. It's like, oh, it was gonna be like in first person through the eyes of whatever his face was, whose name I don't remember. And I just couldn't get past that. I introduced him, what he looked like, what his characteristics is, and basically the setting of the story. But after that, I got so stuck. I just got stuck. I was baffled. So I went to my cousin, and if I do decide to do more story times with, story times, you're gonna find that my cousin is in a lot of them because we have shared so many life experiences together. But besides the point, I go to my cousin and I tell him, "Hey, look, I'm trying to write this book and I'm a bit stuck. Why can't I pick that up? Are you up here?" Yep. So I tell him I'm a bit stuck, and he's a smart dude. He got into the University of Miami private college, like with pretty much a full ride, and the dude's a smart kid. So I asked him, and he's like, "All right, I'll help you," and he reads it over, and him being the nice person that he is, he tells me, he's like, "All right, look, this book sucks." He just straight up tells me that the book sucks, and oh, my poor little heart. I was like, oh, I was gonna be the next Stephen King. I was gonna write a better story than Twilight. All my dreams and hopes and aspirations of becoming a writer just went down the drain. Uh, so that was me. In my brief stint of trying to make like a professional, semi-professional book novel story thing, and it just didn't pan out. And I had it. I still have it here, and I read it. I read it over right now before recording, and I realized that my problem was that I just didn't know how to express my what I wanted to say. Uh, and the sun's about to go down, so maybe I should come back in here and wait for that to go down and go to sleep. Uh, so my problem was that I couldn't express myself properly. If you've heard me on a stream or Like if you've talked to me, asked me a question, I tend to get stuck on what I want to say and start to use, oh yeah, it's that thing that's red, and it goes with that other thing, and that's how I explain my things. My things, wow, how I try to express myself, and usually I can get by, and people will understand me. But when it comes to a book, you want to be as descriptive as possible, and you want to try and get your point across. And I just couldn't do that. And this was in ninth grade, so I was really young, and I wasn't gonna put in the time or the effort to try and help myself through that. So that was one of the downfalls that I saw. But then another thing that has to do with writing, I had a project, and I for the life of me I can't remember what class it was. But I had a project where I had to write a children's book, and I had to get together with four other people, and we were supposed to try and write a children's book within certain parameters. Like the teacher told us that the children's book, the main character had to be a bear, and the bear had to get into X and Y situation, and we had to create a book out of that. And so we kind of like divided that work into groups, and I am not liking this little hole that's here. I'm gonna have to probably terraform this a little bit for what I have in mind. So we divided the work in our group, and fortunately, I was able to get like the writing bit of it. They told me I had to write the story, and through that, someone else can make the artwork for it, and then someone else could actually, make a physical copy and blah 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 blah. You know, and I don't have the book. Otherwise, I would like find a way to scan it and print it for everyone, or put a file up so people can see it. But I was really proud of that book, and the book was just about this bear who lived in the woods, and um, like as a child, it was implied. It wasn't really told to the reader, but it was supposed to be that the bear's parents, as a baby, they got killed by like poachers or hunters or something, and he was left to be raised alone. So the bear cub was in turn raised uh by what's the name of these Bambis. Totally forgot the name of them, but basically the Bambi animals. Uh, so the bear was raised by Bambi animals, and ultimately, the bear's struggle of trying to fit in within the society of the Bambis. And ultimately, like once he grew up, he was able to find other bears, and like Mama Bambi was able to like let him go, and through his experiences of trying to fit in with the species that isn't like his, he was able to adapt and be comfortable with his bear kind. And all that story was told, in a very Dr. Seuss and very kid-friendly fashion. And the artwork was really great. We had a very unique art style for it. It was very like the artist that was in our group, and she did a wonderful job. And I'm gonna try my hardest to look for a link, and if I can, I'm gonna put it in this description. And that was a ton of fun. And but since then, I haven't really dove into writing much. My cousin, the one who I asked for help, has started to do some writing for fun, not for anything else. And he's really good at it. And my uncle has always been fascinated by writing, and he has a couple books that are pending, and he's just constantly working on them. And I know that he's gonna like, if no one else is gonna like his stories, I know that I will, because he's a wonderful storyteller, and he's smart, and I know that it'll happen. uh, but pretty much that's what that's just something I wanted to talk about, something I wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if you guys have any experience with writing, whether it be musically or poems or novel writing or anything of that nature. But if you do, I love reading what other people have to write, and I love just hearing different stories. And as a matter of fact, I just recently watched Joe the Pirates, and I will definitely link this of his 400 subscribers special. He kind of made like a little machinima story pertaining. Oh, I still have a lot of day. He made a machinima story to something that he wrote as a subscriber special, and wow, that was so good. And you guys, I'm gonna link it, and it's really good, and that's all you need to know. So just take my word for it, go watch it, go like it, tell Joe that he did a great job. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I have to do, what I have about writing. And also, I didn't say this, but Joe the Pirate, he has way more subscribers than me, but he is definitely my Play It Forward pick of the week, just because of how great that video was. It was, I really enjoyed it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go on for a little bit more until the sun goes down. But I want to say, like, how funny it is how certain things just line up in life, and I don't know if they're meant to be that way or it just happens. But I watch Rick Clark's video, and it's all about writing, and then immediately after that, I see. I'm looking through Joe's page, and I see the 400 subscriber special, and I'm totally fascinated by it. And then right after that, Abdul tweets to Joe the Pirate that they talk about it in the Play It Forward podcast, about his 400 subscriber special, and I'm just there like laughing and giggling about how everything just kind of comes up, and everything is very I don't know how to explain it, but very similar things come up at the same time. I know there's a word for this, but it's like a very strange coincidence, and I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. And it happened to me. When was it? It was 2 weeks ago, right? I had put it in my mind that I was gonna pick Rook Bukis as my Play It Forward pick of the week, and then I see that like a dual get is recording with him, and I've seen him. I see him online and stuff. I was actually playing Quakecraft with him last night, and it's funny how things come together when, by just what seems like random luck. And I think that's awesome. And we are running out of junk space. So next episode, since we are gonna stay here for a while, I think I'm gonna make a chest room, just a chest room, so that we can get some of this crap out of our way. And 8 chest room. So this is gonna be very good, very, very good. And I'm excited for the rest of this series and what it has to offer. I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. As always, you guys have been great and have offered way more attention and support than I could ever really reciprocate or just give back. And I thank you all for that. And it's about to be night, so let's do our usual. Get ready to end the night off. Get into F5, and it's been good talking to you guys. To tell you a little story about my life. I try to do that a lot on my streams, twitch.tv/TaterSwag. If you follow me on Twitter or follow me on Twitch, you will be able to get stuff and get some like live Tater Talks action. Very, very nice. We always have tons of fun on those streams, and hopefully I could see some of you there. I know I kind of said it in passing, but Joe the Pirate is the Play It Forward pick of the week. If you watch any video, I suggest a 400 subscriber video. As always, links are in the description below. And what else? That's pretty much it. So, guys, thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching another Tater Talks video. And I will see you guys next week with hopefully not a story, but a motivational topic we could talk about, right? So, once again, I've been Tater Swag, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.